these movies are costing way too much. I mean, if your pen is spending $300 million, that live action portion, those actors better be so charismatic and bringing in all that money.
Yeah. So the Lucasfilm and the queen of Lucasfilm, Ms. Kathleen Kennedy, have a lot of confidence in this movie. They've put it in cons, and they've already told Mangold he has a Star Wars movie, Lucasfilm. So that's not that she has a great track record with. She gave Rian Johnson another movie. Sorry, what's that?
When this movie come out, before or after The Flash?
June. It's before.
Yeah, this is typical Kathy Kennedy. Doing all these deals before she gets the results of any. No,
I know. I'm laughing because you're right.
How far off is this James Mangold movie? And she does this announcement before the box office.
Yeah.
If Indiana Jones gets to $1 billion, then you announce a James Mangold Star Wars movie.
Right? She's not got a great track record. You're 100%.
No, she does this consistently. Announces stuff beforehand. It makes you feel. It also gives you this potentially false sense of optimism towards Indiana Jones. Oh, we're going to give him a Star Wars movie. That's the same thing. Do you really think Rian Johnson was too busy writing his trilogy to do 9? Because that's what they were selling to the consumer. That is what they preach to the consumer. Why, if you're so happy with Rian Johnson, why isn't he doing 9? Well, he's busy writing his trilogy. Really? What trilogy was that? The Knives Out trilogy? I'm serious.
Yeah.
Right. Look, by the fact that their next Star Wars movie is with Rey, if they could do something with the sequel trilogy that people didn't like, which is Rey, why not bring back Rian Johnson if they don't care about?
Right, and that shut everyone up.
Excellent point.
Before they saw the Last Jedi, they're like, "Oh well, yeah, they had to bring JJ back because he's busy writing the trilogy." That was marketing, I'm sorry, Bruce. I'm going hot because we're talking about Kathy Kennedy.
I
noticed.
Indiana Jones 5 is coming out 2 weeks after The Flash.
Then they're going to have, there's a rumor of a Shia LaBeouf and Ezra Miller buddy cop film, CJH, just for you.
Oh my God. Where they're making the crime.
You would have liked that?
It'll be like that. It'll be like
Wait, can we have Ezra kill Shia LaBeouf in the movie?
No, they're going to argue, and then they're going to think they're very different. At the end of the movie, they realize they're more the same than they thought, and they'll learn a couple of lessons and become best of friends.
You can describe Joker 2. You can describe the plot for Joker 2.
Yeah.
But not for nothing, if they would have had this Star Wars celebration this week and no Star Wars movies were announced, fans will be in an uproar.
No, but you know what? I fell for
right?
it again, Brucifer.
Yeah.
What did I say what did I say leading up to Celebration? I'm not going to
suck?
No. I said I'm not going to get excited until they say we're going into production with the movie. And I fell for it again. I betrayed myself, Brucifer, because I said, ooh, Dave Filoni. Ooh, James Mangold. Ooh, they're bringing Ray back. But how close are they to going to production?
To be fair, Dave Filoni probably.
But doesn't
more
Marvel
of a
do this
chance.
all the time? And
the Filoni one is probably
but Marvel has the track record, though.
So does Star Wars.
No,
not
they
really.
Put out great projects in the last couple of years.
The Dave Filoni
not
one
theatrical,
is more
right?
likely to come out.
I like the last 3 movies.
All right. Well, most people didn't. Would you agree with that?
The box office didn't say that.
Well, comparatively speaking, the box office for each of them went down. Though, Bruce, for the box office for each of them went down, though, right? Okay, so let me ask you this way, Bruce. I'm not saying you. I'm happy you like the films. I don't argue that. I just didn't like the story. I didn't like I thought they did Luke Skywalker dirty, and that's going to ruin everything for me. But that's my opinion. But it's fine to like them. But the box office when they bought Star Wars, when they bought the property Disney, do you think that they wanted like 1 to 2 movies a year like Marvel? Wasn't that the goal?
That was the goal. Then they realized they can't do that.
Because they were producing garbage, yeah.
No.
Not because there's 2 movies
Come
a year,
on.
because Marvel...
When the prequels came out...
Oh my God, we're getting...
They were panned. Everyone hated all 3 of those movies.
Fair. A lot of people hated them.
I don't know. I think
The same arguments being made now for the sequels
Not to
were
the
made
same
for
level.
the prequel. Yes, it was bad.
I was
Magazines.
there. I was there though, Bruce. I was there, and I remember people got pissed off because the continuity errors and all that kind of thing. But it wasn't to this. They didn't like. There's people out there who feel like they destroyed Luke Skywalker, destroyed him.
Okay, the thing is, the difference is that there was no Twitter and YouTube back
Correct.
in the prequels.
Yeah.
So it's like a giant. The internet made it if Twitter and YouTube and Facebook were around the prequels, we will get this much amount of like.
I would agree with that, and that's to Brucifer's point, right? And now everybody loves the prequels, right?
Which this is a problem I have. Look, I am having Ray coming back. I like, but they could just wait a longer.
That's actually
there's no way to do it.
That's actually, from what I've heard, is the closest one to actually go into production. The Ray one.
Yes.
Really? More than the Filoni one.
Yes, because the Filoni one, she says, is like 6 years away.
Oh, geez. So, I was thinking about it, though, after all these announcements this weekend as a Star Wars fan. They're never going to back off on the, like, they're not going to get rid of the sequels. They're part of the whatever.
No, so it seems like she's doubling down on the Galaxy's Edge world, and they already invested all the money in. Yeah.
So the only way forward, I think, Max, is that here's Rey. It's 15 years later. How are we going to introduce some new characters that maybe the fans will like? Let's have a Jedi Academy. Right? Let's have, and I guarantee you, Kanan's kid from Rebels, he's going to be, 35 by the time that movie is around?
Wait, Kanan's
character? Kanan's baby, his son.
Kanan.
Whatever.
The last
Kanan. Yeah.
Jason. Jason.
Yeah.
Syndulla.
He's going to be, by the time in that timeline, he's going to be like 35, right? Grogu is going to be like 85, right?
He's still alive. He'll be alive. He was alive during that time.
So, right, there's going to have all that kind of stuff. They're going to have a whole bunch of new characters. And Rey will be in it, but she'll be older and wiser, and she'll be whatever. And maybe she won't be the lead of the movie. Maybe she'll be her and a bunch of other Jedi and new characters and stuff like that.
I'm going to blow your mind.
Go ahead.
Now. So you remember the old lady at the end of Rise of Skywalker?
No.
Yes. Oh, don't tell me don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say CJ's.
I think that's Rey.
At the end of what?
Rise of Skywalker.
The lady, what
end
the
of
lady
Rise of Skywalker.
The lady that will say, "Who are you?" and Rey says, "I'm Rey Skywalker." He's saying that's
the lady who asked Rey who she was is Rey. Oh, yes. Future time travel stuff. I see. Oh, golly. Yeah, so you're talking time travel then.
That's right.
Because what do you call it? The in between the worlds.
Yeah.
From Rebels.
If Brian was here, he'll start screaming at you about that thing.
But I've been on streams where people hated the Obi-Wan series. But then there's rumors of Obi-Wan Series 2, and they're like, yeah, another Darth Vader fight. Let's see Darth Vader again.
Yeah.
Like, how many times can you bring back Darth Vader?
You can look, you want to know what they should have done if they had me on the writing group, which is not going to happen, obviously. They should have had a movie called Vader. That in between the sequel trilogy, okay, they wanted to release one movie like they did with how they did Solo. They should have had a movie called Vader, and it was all about him hunting Jedi post Return of the Jedi. Mm-hmm. Then they could have done a Solo movie. I don't know. I mean, I don't think the Solo movie would have been. I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it would have been as hated as what it was. Based if the sequel trilogy had been a little bit better. They could do a Luke Skywalker film. They'd have to recast him. Now they're too scared to recast anyone because how much everybody hates Han Solo's recasting.
So they're going to do the Boba Fett thing with deepfake. Yeah.
Yeah. I just want them to move away from
that era, right?
That era.
It makes the money. Whenever they try something, it doesn't work. They always go back to that. Just like obviously I'm a casual Star Wars fan. Okay.
I figured.
Yeah.
No. Well, that's not an insult. I can tell when somebody's
but to be fair, can I say this? The sequel trilogy hit with a lot of more that lean more casual Star Wars instead of
Yeah.
hardcore.
That was their goal. That was their goal.
And that expanded the audience to someone
And that's the
new.
reason. And that's the reason why Rey is coming back. Is like if the
it's very if Kathy like doubles down though and has the first movie since the last one with Rey. We left with Rey and we're beginning with Rey. Man.
Yeah. So my point with Brucifer is a Star Wars fan. It sounds like I'm a DC fan. I know some DC, but I'm not into it that much. But I was very much into the Star Wars thing, and the Luke Skywalker destruction is unforgivable to me. I can never get over it.
For him dying?
No, they did him dirty, man. There's so many stories about him kicking ass. Like, again, it's my personal thing from when I saw Return of the Jedi as a kid, and I saw him walk into Jabba's palace with that swagger. Go ahead.
You can't blame the current. Well, you can't blame the current regime for the missing out on a young Luke adventures. That was George Lucas's fault.
And also Mark Hamill's fault. He didn't want to do it. You're right. But they didn't have to write him.
He'd rather do Dog Guyver.
But
I love that movie.
They didn't have to write the story the way they did with him. Not have him in the first movie, and then in the movie, the only movie he's in, he doesn't even fight.
They marketed that you're going to get. Everyone seems to forget the reason it was so volatile. They literally left the cliffhanger without Luke Skywalker speaking. And then with the first moment you see him again, he throws the lights over. It's like, what?
That was so good. I love it.
You like that? Why?
It was a troll move. It was a troll move.
Yeah.
Of course it was.
I like it because
and it wasn't just any lightsaber, though. Like, that is a very meaningful weapon to him. It was his dad's weapon. It was his first weapon. Obi-Wan gave it to him. You know what I mean? It's a very big deal.
But you know what I can say that I walked away getting from watching comic book movies as a avid comic book collector and reader is that I can't expect the movies to mirror the source material because you'll be disappointed every time.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this question, Bruce, because
Yes.
I'm guessing your age is around my age, or we're in the same ballpark. Okay, like early 40s, whatever you are, I don't care.
Yeah.
When you saw that first Spider-Man film in the theaters, okay, and because I read Spider-Man comics like a bastard from when I was a little kid.
I thought it was pitch perfect.
Okay, when you saw him swinging in the theater, you saw him swinging through the city, you're like, oh my God, they brought it to life, right? And you didn't think they could do that, and you were blown away. Yeah,
I still remember the first trailer where he swings between the towers and webs it, and the helicopter gets caught. That got me right there. And up until
trailers
9/11.
killed me, but when I sat in the theater and I actually saw the movie, I was blown away. And then same with the second one. So they can do it, is my point. They can capture these feelings, and these. It's not easy, but they did it. Sam Raimi did in the first two films.
That's why I feel that they haven't got that same magic with Tom Holland. I don't think they ever will.
No, they can.
Oh. Well, we are. I don't even know where we veered way off.
Yeah, we're way off.
It's great conversation.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm approaching 5 hours.
Welcome back to the Bruce and Voltaire show.
Yeah, I apologize. Featuring Max.
I know they've taken over, Senior Nerd.
Woo. I'm sorry.
That's
sorry
good.
about that.
Great. Great.
Wow, this is.
What if that's how they bring back Ben Solo?
Sorry. This has been a really good back and forth conversation.
I know you guys.
And there's no yelling, there's no screaming, no personal attacks at each other, and we have two different opinions.
Well, isn't that something? Two adults. Wow.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to go tweet about it later.
So Chris Pratt.
What if that's how they bring back Ben Solo?
I don't even know if I want to watch
World Between Worlds.
I wanted to hear her talk about
Between Worlds is not like the DeLorean.
Let me see if she. I don't even know if I want to watch.
All right, back to Grace.
He is right now, and very good box office numbers.
Come on, talk about
Answer Guns are also one.
Critics.
I wouldn't expect a Dungeons and Dragons. Stay a part of the awards conversation.
Forget
but
it.
I don't.
Screw it.
Yeah.
Screw it.
Sorry, you made your point by putting this video on. It was very, very interesting.
Are you put those thing out? I don't know. That's good.
No, she makes good talk. She makes good topics in her movie math. Really great discussion. with all the details. I don't have to do all the research myself. Is basically
all I'm saying is go see Super Mario Brothers. It's amazing in theaters. You should